Here are my predictions for the round of 32 knockout stage of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Let's go. First up, South Africa versus Canada. Bafana, all day. Nobody believed in us and nobody expected us to come out of our group, but I expect us to eliminate Canada from this World Cup with the scoreline of 2-1. Netherlands versus Morocco. I expect Morocco to eliminate Netherlands 2-0. Germany versus Paraguay. Germany have been very impressive during the group stage, and I expect them to beat Paraguay 1-0. France versus Sweden. France have been the best team so far. I expect France to eliminate Sweden and go through, but I don't expect it to be as high scoring as the Netherlands versus Sweden game. I think Sweden would have learned from that and they'll be much more defensively disciplined, but I just think France will have too much for them and I expect the scoreline to be 2-0. Brazil versus Japan. Vini Jr. is performing very well. I'm sure Carlo Ancelotti still has beef with Endrick, so he will not start him, but I expect Brazil to win 1-0. Ivory Coast versus Norway. Ivory Coast have done very well during this World Cup, but Norway are well rested and I expect Norway to beat Ivory Coast 2-1. Mexico versus Ecuador. I expect Mexico to beat Ecuador 1-0 and progress to the next round. England versus the Democratic Republic of Congo. I think this will be a very tight game. I think Congo will sit deep. And England, so far, we've struggled with the low block, but I still expect us to progress. So my prediction is England 2, Congo 0. Portugal versus Croatia. Portugal have not impressed me so far in this World Cup, and I expect Croatia to eliminate them 2-0. Spain versus Austria. Spain is also another team who have not impressed me during this World Cup, but I do expect them to beat Austria 1-0 and progress to the knockout stage. USA versus Bosnia. USA have been surprisingly impressive this World Cup, and I expect them to beat Bosnia 2-0 and progress to the next round. Belgium versus Senegal. Now, this is going to be a very tight game. I think it's going to penalties, and I expect Senegal to beat Belgium in the penalty shootout and progress to the next round. Argentina versus Cape Verde. Cape Verde and their goalkeeper have been the surprise package of this World Cup, but I expect the GOAT Lionel Messi to be too much for them. Argentina 3, Cape Verde 0, and Argentina progresses to the next round. Australia versus Egypt. I expect Australia to beat Egypt 1-0 via a controversial goal and progress to the next round. Switzerland versus Algeria. I expect Algeria to win 2-0 and progress to the next round. And finally, Ghana versus Colombia. Colombia were very impressive against Portugal. That is the most exciting 0-0 draw I have ever seen in my life. My head says Colombia will progress. My heart says Ghana. Ghana have been impressive during this World Cup. So I'm going to go with my heart and say Ghana are going to go through against Colombia in extra time. But that's the only prediction I'm not too sure about, but I'm going with my heart. So yes, that's my predictions for all the round of 32 matches. Let me know in the comments what you think and let me know what your predictions are for the knockout stage matches.